Well, now it's a delight to welcome to the forum Mr. Amin Nasser, the President and CEO of Saudi Aramco and member of the company's board of directors. During a company career that spans more than 3 decades, Mr. Nasser has served in a number of leadership positions, including as Senior Vice President of Upstream, in which he led Aramco's largest capital investment program in its integrated oil and gas portfolio. Mr. Nasser is also actively engaged in the advancement of people through education and training and advancing the company's innovation and technology strategy. He is a champion of Saudi youth advancement and development and has also led the company's efforts to produce cleaner energy and products through investments in entrepreneurial startups, renewables, oils to chemicals processes, and CCUS technologies. He holds a number of advisory positions with both Saudi and international companies and academic institutions, and is a recipient of the Society of Petroleum Engineers Lifetime Achievement Award, amongst other prestigious recognitions. Well, I could go on, but in the interest of time, I'd like to invite you all to join me in welcoming Mr. Nasser to deliver the keynote address. Thank you very much.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Your Highnesses, Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is a pleasure to be with you today at one of the chemical industry's foremost conferences. I would like to thank the GPCA for putting together yet another excellent program. This is an exciting time for our region's petrochemicals and chemical businesses. And the GPCA is to be commended for its advocacy and thought leadership in this vital sector, which I believe can be a key driver for our economies. Ladies and gentlemen, as you are aware, Saudi Aramco is already the world's leading upstream oil company. We have an unmatched lowest cost in the industry. We are a leader in technology, in carbon intensity, and exceptional resilience built over more than 80 years. Our gas program is especially worth highlighting. The program will attract almost $160 billion of investment over the next 10 years, with production reaching close to 23 billion standard cubic feet per day from the current average of about 14 billion standard cubic feet per day. The capacity will be approximately in 10 years from now, 25 billion scf per day. We also have a world-class unconventional gas resources that are rapidly supplementing our large conventional resources, because a significant proportion of this unconventional gas is rich in both liquids and ethane. Its production will play an important role in the further growth of the kingdom's petrochemical industry. Currently, we have 16 drilling rigs across the kingdom drilling for unconventional gas, with 70 wells completed this year. In addition, we have plans to create an integrated international gas business, which is backed by our fast position in conventional and unconventional gas business I just highlighted. A lot of people do not know that Saudi Aramco is not a leader when it comes to our oil position globally, but in gas, if you look at our gas position, we are one of the leaders in terms of our production. However, most of it is utilized in kingdom. With our upstream in such strong position, one of the Saudi Aramco key strategy is to create a downstream portfolio that is its equal. We have plans for a substantial expansion of refining, marketing, and loops. Our ultimate target is to reach an 8 to 10 million barrels per day of refining capacity, create a better balance between our upstream and downstream segments. But an even more exciting part of our downstream strategy is our future chemical business, which I believe will make us future ready, as I will explain. Chemicals alone will represent about 1/3 of the growth in the oil demand from now until 2030, and almost 50% of growth in demand between 2030 and 2050. This is based on the latest IEA report published in August this year, ahead of trucks, aviation, and shipping. In absolute terms, petrochemical will add nearly 7 million barrels per day of oil demand by 2050, reaching almost 20 million barrels per day by that time. This will be driven by an expanding world population and an increasing number of people enjoying more affluent lifestyles. If we look at the countries like India, the current per capita consumption of major plastics is only 10 kilograms. Compared to South Korea or Canada, it's almost 100 kilograms per capita. So there is a lot of room for chemicals growth in fast-growing developing countries. Saudi Aramco will make the most of those prospects with global investment in the chemical space of roughly $100 billion over the next 10 years. This is without the major acquisitions that is going on right now. We are expanding this business both in Saudi Arabia and in fast-growing overseas market with an aim of converting almost 2 million to 3 million barrels of crude oil to petrochemicals. This will provide a reliable destination for Saudi Aramco's future oil production and diversify both the company's business portfolio and the kingdom's economy. It will also capture additional value and help create thousands of meaningful jobs. Let me briefly highlight how we will achieve these goals. There are 4 key strategies that are receiving special attention. First is the integration of petrochemicals with our expanding global refining and marketing system, with oil feedstock at the heart of this strategy. We are targeting the conversion of up to 70% of the feedstock into petrochemicals. This challenging goal will be driven by advances in cutting-edge technology, which leads me to the second strategy. Our chemical vision is supported by the development of groundbreaking crude oil to chemical direct conversion technologies, where we are already seeing major progress in advanced thermal and catalytic cracking processes. The work is being done not only in our network of R&D center, but also in partnership with other leading chemical and technology companies like SABIC, Chicago Bridge and Iron, Chevron Loomis Global, and with academia like Tsinghua University in China. More broadly, technology will be one of the key enablers for us to build a profitable and sustainable business. By developing our own oil-centric chemicals technology, we will enjoy sustained competitive edge throughout our regions, large resource base of oil, capture additional value, and diversify our petrochemical product slate, since heavier liquid feedstock like oil offer a much wider product slate than those derived from lighter feedstock. The third strategy involves acquisitions. To reach our bold goal of converting 2 to 3 million barrels per day of crude oil to chemical, both organic growth and strategic acquisitions are essential. I am sure you have all heard about our current negotiation with the Public Investment Fund concerning the SABIC transaction, which fits our future vision for chemicals. SABIC is a world-class chemical company and our strength complement each other's. Of course, we will continue to scan the horizon for other compelling opportunities for growth. Fourth and last, our agenda extends beyond the core chemical business itself into end-use applications of chemical products so that we can help grow new industries. That's why we are giving special attention to the developing and promoting of a cutting-edge non-metallic materials derived from petrochemicals. I see great potential in non-metallic materials as a substitute for national materials in a wide range of high-growth industries. These include automotive, housing and construction, packaging, oil and gas, renewables, and others. To move the needle, we have established a non-metallic innovation center at Cambridge in the UK. It is developing non-metallic technologies for oil and gas field application with partners from academia, research centers, oil and gas companies, and composite materials manufacturers. ADNOC recently joined this technology center with Cambridge. Further downstream, we aspire to usher in a new area of industrial diversification across the kingdom, anchored by specialty chemicals and underpinned by small to medium enterprises producing high-value finished and semi-finished products. In fact, our signature localization initiative, ICTIFA, in Kingdom Total Value Add, whose 4th anniversary we celebrated just yesterday, will also complement and support the downstream convergence sector by offering a reliable and efficient supply chain. Early steps in downstream value addition involve Saudi Aramco's collaboration with the Ministry of Energy, Industry, and Mineral Resources and other entities to build value bars adjacent to our petrochemical facilities. This strategy will create opportunities for economic diversification and job creation consistent with the aspiration of Saudi Vision 2030. Our downstream strategy and its chemical focus component will enable progress toward multiple objectives, including strengthening the future position of oil and adding greater economic value. In addition to diversifying our business portfolio, it will also make Saudi Aramco more robust and resilient and deliver results regardless of the market volatility. Looking more broadly, I am convinced that the Gulf's chemical industry can become one of the key drivers of industrialization, value addition, and job creation in the region. With the region's immense hydrocarbon resources, we ought to be a leading global players in petrochemicals manufacturing, their conversion, and enabling new industries. The Gulf, unfortunately, missed out on the early specialty cycles, but we cannot afford to let the forthcoming cycle pass us by now. The tremendous growth in chemicals demand provides us with a fantastic window of opportunity. But such windows, by their very nature, offer maximum benefit only to those who act quickly. Also, those opportunities will not fall into our hands. Instead, we must actively pursue them. Ladies and gentlemen, by focusing on the oil feedstock and being creator of technology rather than simply consumers, we have an opportunity to shape a brighter tomorrow by acting today. That requires compelling visions, sound strategies, the creation and implementation of breakthrough technologies, the cultivation of top-tier talent, effective execution, and above all, delivery of results. This is the collective challenge for our sector, so let's make the most of the opportunities before us. Thank you, and I wish you a very productive forum.